Good evening.
Uh,
Good
Good
evening to
evening.
all the viewers of College Dunia as well. I'm very much excited today because I have Dr. Nagaraja G.S. He's a professor and associate dean of RV College of Engineering, Bangalore. He's actually into the department of CSE. He's also an IEEE senior member as well. Sir have obtained graduate degree in computer science and engineering, then post-graduation degree in Masters of Engineering, and doctorate degree in computer science and engineering as well. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
We will start this session right away, and this is one of the latest thoughts of education initiative actually going on right now at College Dunia. So we are glad to have you on board. So first of all, sir, you're a person basically you have held key positions in various like that education institutes throughout your professional career. I would like to ask you, sir, what are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector? Because I can see that you have 25 plus years of teaching experience itself. If you come to the field of research, almost 15 plus years as well. So, please, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me to share some of my views with respect to education, dunia, where this may be quite useful for a number of stakeholders, nationally and internationally, where they want to get into some of the reputed institutions, to proceed their higher studies. Coming to the question which you asked me, what kind of factors that keep me connected with the education sector for a long time? I'm glad to answer this question. First and foremost, I am a teacher's son. Okay. My father is a primary school teacher. Probably I've inherited some of the traits of my father, in teaching learning process itself from my childhood days. That's the first point, probably. Adding to many factors with respect to educational sector, probably I have a lot of interest to learn new things and guide younger generation according within a short notice, because technology is changing a lot, especially in engineering domain, where adopting to the technology, guiding them into the appropriate way is very much essential. I will take it this is a challenge for me in this particular sector. That's the first point. Secondly, I have a passion to work with young minds always in a team with research orientation, because in a college environment, as you know that each and every year we get there will be new minds where really they explore a lot of things in terms of their experimentations, working in a team, or working in a project, or working in a research. This made me to connect in the college atmosphere very much. Then nurturing young minds to build their life skills and career roadmap, thereby we can build a nation very strong. This is what is lagging, I guess, nowadays. The reason is that, everybody started thinking, in the direction of doing a business model and start earning money. Who is really going to teach the young minds? That's the question comes in. Even though this profession brings you very less money compared to the other profession, but we have a very good satisfaction to train, teach, and nurture them with the moral values. Okay, I'm very much happy to say that we're all nation builders, for the country and for the world as well. That's the next point.
Correct.
Then, so what we can get out of it, right? The important aspect is we are providing a quality education to the needy, right? Maybe at various levels. Maybe school childrens, they get some help. We are ready to, deliver some talks, right? Wherever it is possible. College level students, university level student, research students. Because student community, right, by and large, it is very large, right? Nowadays, because there'll be the hybrid model, we are well connected with everyone. We are sharing our knowledge and disseminating a lot of information to the student community wherever they are. The next point is helping and providing supportive guidelines at all levels. When I'm talking about at all levels, look, what is happening is there'll be good facilities at urban levels, right? Towns, taluks, districts, and cities like Bangalore, Mysore, and so on and so forth. But what about there'll be the rural students? They're all suffering because of a lot of issues. Maybe issue in terms of there'll be in good teachers, issues in terms of there'll be in technological infrastructure, issues in terms of there'll be the internet facilities, whatnot. So we can guide them in a right direction. What to do is basically, and we keep on doing this from past 26 years, right? From our village side or from any part of our nation as well. Then, how we are connecting with this particular sector. So, answer to this question probably, we are sharing there'll be an information literacy and equal access to education without biasing anyone. So, this is the most important factor to the present context, because everywhere you might have seen that a lot of biasing is going to happen, right? So that we are totally preventing it.
Completely understand.
Then we are connecting theory and practice learnings with the student as and when we start doing it. This we are doing it with a lot of real-time case studies and live projects as well. Because teaching alone is not going to work out.
I'm sorry to interrupt at this point, sir, Nagaraja sir. I was actually coming to that itself, because I was really curious to know, as an associate dean of your department, what is your philosophy of leadership, sir? What is your style of leadership actually?
Yeah, that's a very nice point. Coming to the leadership, as you know that leader is one, who is leading team of members to achieve the set goals in an organization. The leader triads must be very direct, instrumental, transparent, no biasing. Then we need to set goals, clear, defined goals with achievable targets. That is what is very much required. And we wanted to follow up that. That is also another part of it. Unless we set goals, and if they are not doing it, then the whole implementation process is going to be in a wrong way. We need to follow that. To follow that, what we need to do is we need to involve by ourselves, right? Leader must be a team member as well. So that is what is very much essential. And we must consistent enough to achieve our set goals during the process of any kind of task implementation. Okay. Then brand creating is very much important for a leader.
Very much, sir. I was also thinking, how would you strategize basically the key programs, plan, and other plans for the marketing and administration of your college? When you told me about branding, this actually came out.
Yeah, that's correct. It's a very valid question. In fact, look, what happens is at the external world, or in India, RVC having its own brand, right? Everyone accept RVC is one of the premier institution in India for engineering, studies. Having said that, right now, we cannot sit thinking that we have a branding all the time. We need to take that branding, in a different dimensions. In the sense that it may be at the national level, international level, on par with the different universities, on par with the IITs, on par with the NITKs, whatnot. So in order to give there will be a very good competition with everyone, we have involved with lot of collaborations with universities, then industries. We have invited, there will be distinguished speakers from there will be an IEEE professional bodies to deliver a talk, to share there will be an latest technology. During the process, we are communicating what exactly RVC is, what is the strength of there will be an RVC is, right? How RVC students are going to be placed, what may be the talent pool of RVC is. So these are all a very strong point, as and when we communicate with the external world, and there will be the internal colleges or universities as well. So this brings, there will be a lot of branding to the university, to the college and to the university as well.
So how does the curriculum of RV College ensure the best practice of the industry?
Coming to this question, probably RVCE always identified what may be the current need to build the industry gap, where our students are going to be hired after completing the 4 years degree program. With respect to that, what we do is, first we will identify there will be the requirement from the industry side, and also we discuss with different stakeholders from the industry, academia, universities. Even we take there will be an inputs from there will be parents and students. So because the students may be knowing very well that what may be the strong point and what may be the weak point during their program study, they will give you, there will be a lot of inputs. This we collect from there will be a course and survey, and there will be a very strong feedback from the student sector. And we do, there will be a lot of brainstorming to include the required subject during the process of curriculum, and we design it accordingly.
Great.
And we also include, there will be a very good courses which industry looking for. They don't require, there will be a further orientation for their work. So students are readily available for the work like that.
The most updated version, right?
Yes, most updated points we are going to bring in.
You were talking about like the rural people may be suffering or something like that. So how is your college to be like more welcoming of students of different races or economic backgrounds? What are the insights into that?
As you know that most of the students are going to enroll into our college with CET, then Comet K, then from the management side as well. So what happens during the process of this is, students have equal opportunity to appear in CET and Comet K examination. Whoever get the best rank, they are going to get a seat in RVCE. As a result of that, what will happen, we get, there will be a very high scoring talented student in our campus. That is the plus point at RVCE. The student group is very highly talented. They could able to deliver. They can deliver, there will be wherever you are going to be placed in terms of interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary project, or their academic projects as well. So that is the plus point. And also from there will be the management. Even the management is also trying to enroll the students, not compromising with the quality. They are also scrutinizing their marks and other things. As a result of that, we have, there will be a best student group in the college campus, where once they enter, they are trying to interact with, there will be a peer group. They could able to right? No, identify their strengths and weakness, and they are trying to learn the LBN more and more things from the LBN peer group itself. So that is a plus point. So there is no question of later, as in when they move on to the higher semesters, there is a rural and what do you call, there will be an urban students division or a diversity is concerned. That's going to be integrated at one point of time.
Great. Nagaraj sir, I think all the viewers, students who are actually searching out for colleges at Bangalore region, I think for them, whatever the information you have given them right now is sufficient, and I think they can easily make a right choose by choosing the RV College of Engineering. I believe that much is the kind of facilities and amenities and the kind of curriculum, or when it comes to studies and academics, how much you are actually providing. Keeping that on point, very curious to know what do you think, sir, your role and responsibility to the college and the students are?
Yeah. Because, as you already asked me in the very first question, you are there in an educational sector for a long time. See, it is possible only when we have the self-motivation, right? I am a self-motivated person, right? In the meantime, we are involving with a lot of academic planning, strategic planning, right? Decision making and degree program implication after the degree program. We are trying to give them a lot of information, right, to the organization. That's one thing. And also we are responsible to generate and disseminate knowledge to peers, students, and there'll be an external audiences as well. So that is the another important point. We are this is what is our role is basically. Having said that, we have there'll be other roles as well. We should adopt using the LBN technologies and ICT tools, and we have to train our students to use technologies, ICT tools in a right directions, because we have a lot of infrastructure, but unless if that is not going to be utilized in a right manner, then we are not going to achieve the LBN quality education. We are always encouraging, motivating students in that direction. Then we are also responsible to serve internal, external committees, maybe in terms of the LBN conferences or workshops, whatever it's so, or maybe advisory boards, right? Mentoring and advising students, and some of them we are there in the boards, BOS, BOE, right? NAC member or VTU member, right? As and when we involving with different stakeholders, what will happen? It also creates there'll be some kind of branding as well. Okay? Correct. That is very much essential. So, being a faculty, these are all some of my responsibilities as well. Great. Then we are also involving, budgeting process of the department and the college right now, as and when it is required. Okay. And also, we need to have some kind of there'll be time discipline and setting there'll be moral values to the students to go in that direction, because unless we do whatever and we don't have there'll be moral values and there'll be timeline, so then it is very difficult to achieve there'll be any task wherever you are. So as a result of that, we need to have some kind of education rethinking process. Okay, so that we trying to provide it from our side. Okay, it's not just we are studying something. What is education? How do you think? How do you explore it? Okay, how do you visualize something? Right. So these are all some of the things we are trying to bring in. Also, as you know that our government of India recently, introduced there will be an NEP in 2020. Right, we are in the process of that. All the teachers having there will be a lot of work, right, to work on there will be in curriculum, and there will be an introducing.
I was sorry to interrupt again. I was actually coming to that point itself again. Like, what do you think, sir? Like, looking forward to the next 10 years, what would be the college top priority?
Yeah, coming to the college top priority, probably, a lot of digitalization is happening nowadays, right? Even the students not attending it, they could able to, get the course contents right? By sitting at home, they can view to that particular course contents as and when they are free. So they have been very flexible time. So because of that, the most important point is building a quality course contents on teaching and learning process is very much essential. That is the first priority, because everybody is going to get advantage out of it. It's not only my students, right? The entire student community is going to get a benefit out of it. That's point number one. The second number is we need to achieve the academic excellency, right? Even though we say that we are there at the top, but we cannot, rely on that. We need to put an additional efforts to achieve an academic excellency nationally and internationally, because a lot of competition happening, right? Many, international universities are going to start their own establishment in India. Because of that, right? We need to work hard and to achieve a lot of things towards that direction. Then we need to work on more MOUs with industries. As a result of that, we can have more and more research lab setups inside the campus, wherein our students can do academic projects in the research labs itself. Because as of now, most of the time what happens, we send our students to do an internship or a project work right outside. They will get a money, but the question comes in, what exactly our students are doing in a critical thinking process, right? Or to solve their societal issues, we may not be knowing it in a larger extent. So we need to look into that probably, right? So that is another important point. And also, it's not just an education. We should involve each and every student in a community engagement, that is very much essential, because it is not just acquiring the technical knowledge to go ahead to earn money. Apart from that, we should also teach them, right, how to face the society. What is society all about it? Okay, if the problems comes in, right, how they need to approach it, right? As you know that from 2020, due to the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic situation, everybody is frustrated too much. Right, so they should be able to provide some technological solution to address this, right? Not sitting at idle, maybe saying that pandemic is there. There should not be too much of pandemic. They should be able to solve that. We need to set a goals towards that direction. Then we need to have quality research collaboration with well-reputed universities nationally and internationally. See, we have that, but still, we need to scale up that to the larger extent. Yeah. Then the most important point is, again, the implementation of NEP and its implications. As you know that, still we are in the process. A lot of challenges we are going to face it in future, right? As and when we introduce the courses, and a lot of guidelines are going to come in from the different stakeholders. How we take it forward, and we will sync all of them together to achieve greater results, and which are going to become much more fruitful for everyone, that we need to look into it. So these are all some of the mind-blowing problems or challenges we have it right.
But what I understood is you have almost everything planned accordingly to overcome all these things, and out of which I actually attracted a lot. It was like the social commitment point, which you actually told me.
Yes.
It is actually a relevant something which is relevant, and the coming generation has to implement such things in the society as well. It's not about just technical knowledge in the job, career, and everything.
Yes.
Social commitment.
Ultimately, social commitment, social problem, if you are able to solve it, everything is going to follow it.
Correct. Exactly. Right. Keeping that on point, according to sir, like you have huge, experience in the field of teaching. If you know RV College from outside very well, even though you work inside. So what is RV College the greatest strength?
It's a very good question, in fact, right? As you know that, we have been very good infrastructure facilities to the students in each engineering discipline, in terms of labs, classrooms, right? Or maybe the research tools, right? Or maybe in computing machines, whatever you name, we have that. And also, it is not just there'll be the infrastructure. There'll be a dedicated faculties to nurture each student in that direction. Okay, that is with there'll be research minds. That's a research holders are more in there'll be an RVCE. And in fact, there'll be a very good curriculum design and its implementation process. As I earlier itself mentioned that, what is the process we are going to be following in case there'll be a curriculum design. And we have a very good student enrollment to the program. So this is one more positive point, right? Because if you compare with other colleges, right, in Karnataka, not only in Karnataka, even in India, right now, there'll been a very high-ranking student, taking admissions to our college. That is the very strong point. Once they join it, their learning, there's a peer-to-peer learning is happening, right, most of the time with our students. So that is another strong point we have noticed. And also, everybody work in a team, right? There'll been very strong, right now, faculty and student team. They're all working with the different, clubs, right, to explore. There'll be a lot of technologies which they want to address some of the societal issues what they are facing it. Okay, on par with there'll be a national and there'll be an international universities by collaborating with different universities nationally and internationally. That is also one strong point. We have a very good industry collaboration. Probably, if you ask me in terms of there'll be a research consultancy, majority of the faculty, one or the other way, they're all, pursuing their PhD programs. They're also, working with their projects, maybe consultancy or maybe research projects, or maybe, in-house projects, whatever it is. So that is another important point we have it. We have a very good placement opportunities for the students because there'll be a highly talented student pool. Most of the industries, because Bangalore is an IT hub, most of them, they prefer to visit, there'll be an RVC to recruit our students. So, in fact, every year in our branch, especially computer science and engineering, we used to get, there'll be an 100% placement. So that is the a positive aspect of it. It is not only in computer science, in every other department also the placement recruitment is very, very high with high package. Again, the package, it goes an average salary of 15 lakhs. Okay, that is the plus point. Say, I think this time some of the students hired with 53 lakhs, I guess. Okay, not many, of course, very few. But relatively, when we compare, there will be the salary package with other institutions and universities. Ours is very high. This is one most very strong point what we have at RVC, right?
Great, sir. Great.
And one more point I would like to say that internship opportunities for our student is extremely very good because even the students, studying at 4th semester, 5th semester, 6th semester itself, they are getting, there'll be an internship opportunities in companies, right? During the internship itself, they are earning as well as they are learning it, So in fact, that is the motivation for most of the students to, take it up and to, explore some more, work towards that direction. Right, that is another important thing. Then altogether, there'll be a very holistic, environment in our campus where, everybody working together, whatever you say, able to, deliver it, within the stipulated time. So as a result of that, I could say that RVC is one of the best engineering college in India, in Karnataka, among all the, other engineering colleges where we are nurturing our student with a lot of moral ethics and professionalism. As a result of that, they could able to get, there will be very good opportunities once they complete their 4 years degree without any hesitations.
Great. It was a wonderful session, Nagaraj sir. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.